Namaste. Namastizzle. Peace and blessings. Greetings. What's up? Magic Choir. Hopefully, as we come to the end of the week, you've had a great one. Um, don't forget to hit that like button as you enter. Share and subscribe. Namaste. Namastizzle. What's up? Um, yeah, today is that day of abundance, prosperity. Jupiter, as you can see, I do have the blue on today. I tried still. I'm not sure if anyone's heard me say this before or remember, but I try to keep with the planetary colors, you know, for each day. It's become pretty much second nature to me at this point. You know what I'm saying? My wife even does it now. So align with the energies of the planet Jupiter, do rituals, spells, incantations in the hour of the sun or Jupiter to bring in, money, wealth, blessings, road opening. All right, let's see who is in the house. Excuse me. We are having some terrible weather here in Texas. Um, it is really bad here right now. We have floods all over the place. It is terrible here. We're having flash flood warnings. It looks like some biblical type shit. You know what I mean? Namaste, Portia. Peace and blessings, Legacy Sigma. Peace, Brother Kunami. Peace, Sister Righteous. Hopefully, y'all are doing great today. Again, like I said, as we wind down the week, people are weird too. You know what I'm saying? The other day, I didn't do a live. I forget what I was doing, but I had somewhere to be, so I couldn't do the live the other day. So I did a short. To explain it that I won't be live. I'll be Thursday. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the type of Virgo that looks at analytics. You know what I'm saying? So I look at the analytics. I got some dislikes. People are fucking weird. You know what I'm saying? Why would you? I mean, you feel free to dislike something, but why? Because I didn't go live? What the fuck? Every day, y'all. Every day. And like the title of the live says, another day in Babylon. Peace and chaos, Sister Katrina. Katrina, did you send me something? Oh, yeah, you sent me the Progressive Love Academy. I've known this, I don't know her, but I've known this sister, if it works for you, it works for you. But I've known this sister, let me stop saying I've known. I've known of her for at least 10 years. You know what I mean? They have a polyamorous lifestyle. You know what I mean? It ain't for me. I don't know. Maybe it's my upbringing, or maybe it's natural. I can't see being with more than one person. Like, y'all seen my wife. I'm happily married, but to have a girlfriend on the side too, that's shit you do when you're younger, in my opinion. These are grown folks happily married to each other and then married to other people also. You know what I mean? If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me show y'all the Progressive Love Academy. Like, I'm not judging them. If it works for them, it works for them, especially financially. But I'm just saying I couldn't do it. I can't see myself.
This is my co-wife, Karina. This year, my husband decided he wanted to take both of us out for Valentine's Day. Look at that. He got us both flowers. It was so super cute. My daughter was filming, and I'm so happy my daughter gets to witness this. Karina is a wonderful, beautiful, powerful, intelligent, brilliant woman. Of course, my husband has great taste in women. We've been married for 28 years. We had a lot of Valentine days together, but this was spectacular. We had the best food, the best desserts, the best time together, just bonding. And I felt like for him to pull all of this together, he is just that kind of man. He thinks about everything that needs to be for an evening like this to make it really special. So this is polyamory. This is how it looks, how it feels. It is awesome, but it takes skills, and that's what we've been sharing here at Progressive Love Academy for the past 20 years. Get in here, baby.
She's been promoting this for a long time. Like I said, I've known of her at least, I used to give her emails too. It works for them. You know, it's not for me to judge. I don't think I could do it. You know what I'm saying? Just the thought of so many different energies being swapped. You know what I mean? To think that this man has a wife who's with other people. She has another husband, if I'm not mistaken, or boyfriend on the side. And then that boyfriend on the side has a girlfriend on the side or some shit like that. But it's a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? It's called polyamorous. And I don't think my wife would go for it. You know what I'm saying? But it works for them. How's the weather in Texas compared to California? Well, like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, it has been coming down. It took me a minute to get home from the bowling alley. It doesn't take that long. Maybe between 15 and 18 minutes. So I've timed myself a couple times. It's a few miles away. Today it took almost an hour because everything's flooded. Like I said, it looked like some biblical shit. It's been cloudy all day. It's been dark. You know what I mean? Like end of the world type shit. You know, that's how the weather is now. And then after this, we're scheduled to have 90-degree weather in May, such as life in Texas. Peace, Technique Twin. How you doing, brother? Aloha, my Sherry, and welcome. Shadow Twerk Tarot. Peace, peace, peace. He didn't help her get in the car and she sat in the back seat. Right. Another, of course, a sister would notice that. Right. This works for them. I'm saying if you want to know more about them, it's called the Progressive Love Academy. They actually teach classes on how to live this particular lifestyle. Again, I don't judge them for it. They seem very happy. They've always seemed happy. But the thought of so many intermingling energies, you know what I mean? I remember one time she said that, because she used to go live a lot. She said, you know, after sex with her husband, she went and spent time with her other husband. I'm like, how the fuck does that work? But like I say, I'm not judging. Okay. Katrina came in here and I usually she sends me some really good stuff. I wanted to see what the last thing that Katrina sent me, and that was it. I've known her again over 10 years doing this. They are happy, you know. This so-called polygamy is extremely disturbed. What's up, Golden Bronze? Why not just stay single and do what you want? That's what I'm saying. That's why it's never made sense to me. Because everybody has someone else. You know what I mean? I think they share responsibilities. I'm not sure if they live. You got to go to them to figure that out. I can't answer any questions. And then one more time, I'm not judging them. I just don't think I could do it. You know, I've always been one guy, one girl, even when I was single. You know, that's just the way I am. But I honestly, I can't see having a girlfriend on the side and my wife be cool with it and her have somebody on the side. You know what I mean? I can't do it. So, you know, they signed up for this on a reincarnation level. Seems like past life karmic bonds playing themselves out certain types of ways. Everybody karma seems to be different. I can agree with that. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. They like it. I love it. Peace and blessings, Sister Moon Feather. You know, hey, elegant granny, peace and blessings. I couldn't do it. I don't want to stay on that. I couldn't do it. And no judgments. It's a judgment-free zone. Unless I fucking disagree with you. But I couldn't do it. Yeah. So let me share something else with y'all real quick. This is the I did in case you haven't seen it, I did a tribute to Azazel Bey. Y'all know the master teacher. I'm continuing to keep his memory alive. This was the last interview that we did. I just want to show y'all a clip here.
Yeah. So I went to Catholic school, and so we read the Bible pretty heavily. I remember Revelation actually scaring me as a child. Yeah,
they don't.
Scary.
I started teaching Revelation in the church. They got me out of there, man. Because the church is, from my understanding, because I went to Bible college, Manhattan Bible Institute, and I graduated. And I didn't ever pick up my diploma, but they still have, I can go get it anytime I want. They teach you that when people have to go to work every day and have jobs and anxiety and all of that, your job is to make sure they feel good on Sunday so that can continue to keep the system alive the rest of the week. That's your job. We know about the Randolph and the Masons and the aliens and all that, but that's not for the masses of people for you to teach. This is what they told me. You got to teach them how to be happy.
How to be
because
happy.
They're going to go home Sunday night. Oh, God, love me. I'm going to work tomorrow. You know, that's how they got to feel.
Right.
That's how the system is upheld. Okay, and there's two different systems. There's the Catholic Church system, and then there's what we call I'll go ahead and say the Black Church. The Black Church is into the fake Jesus. There's a real Jesus, then there's a fake one. But the Catholic Church, they don't really mess with Jesus. Their God is Mary.
Yep.
Hail Mary.
Hail Mary, full of grace. You gotta say all these Hail Marys and shit. It's praying in front of a statue. And yes, I grew up in Catholic school. So yeah.
So the Black Church is all about, okay, now they're mad at Jesus because he didn't come back and save them and all of that, but that's who they were, that's who their savior was. And Jesus does come back, but he comes back within you. But that's who their savior was. Now, the Catholic Church know that Mary was an adept and an Essene taught by Akhenaten, who taught Jesus his shit. That's what they know. It's not Jesus was the master, it was Mary the master, who had a master, Akhenaten, and so on. And she was the highest in her class, the highest. So the Catholic Church is laughing at your ass.
Yes, sir.
You're worshiping the student who had a I can go all day long with that stuff.
It's like the exoteric and the esoteric. You know what I mean? What they teach. Go ahead.
No, Mary was actually real, physically real.
Yeah.
And she, like I said, she was part of the classes in the Great Pyramids. And she taught not only Jesus, but she taught Joseph. That's what she did, okay? And those were and Jesus and his twin brother, they were just students. That's all they were. And they went around teaching all the sciences, and the sciences was the science of Christ, who was the Christos.
Christos.
Right, the science of the Christos, which is the which is the crown of knowledge. And to get that crown of knowledge, you were a Christ, okay? You were, because you got the crisp around you, you got the Christ around you, okay, the crown, okay? So Jesus was a Christ, not the Christ.
Now, how many of you can honestly say you knew all of that? You know, this is the kind of information that he shared. You know, it is all in his book about Akhenaten and Mary. I can, you know, verify. We used to pray. We used to have rosary beads that looked like this. They were rosary beads. And we used to have to say so many Hail Marys in front of a statue of Mary. This is the Catholic Church. You see what I'm saying? That's why that resonated with me when he first said it to me. I was like, yeah, that's correct. You know, it goes deep. It goes deep, but they only give you the surface level shit. And like he said, you are worshiping the student. Not y'all, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not, who am I to judge? I'm not even a committed relationship. What's up, Peace? Caribbean Grimoire, how you doing, sir? Yep, and Jesus all pummeled, hanging on a cross in the center above the priest usually. My Cherie, you're on point with that. I visioned Billy Carson and Dark Lord linking up on a Caribbean island teaching alien science. But are you talking about terrain? That would be fire. That's in the book I, Yeshua, Awakener. Yeah, you got some wild dreams, all right. But if you were to ever, you know, what I was suggesting to y'all, the supplements that I suggest you try and dream every single night. You know what I'm saying? These are your classes. This is how you learn. You know what I mean? This is how you learn. Gnosticism, because I've been watching Gnosticism is knowledge, gnosis. You know, is a fascinating, it's always been a fascinating area of study for me. I've been watching the Star Trek movies lately, and knowledge all in there. You know what I'm saying? Gnosticism is the true Christianity, so to speak. I mean, like the Gospel of Mary, the Gospel of Thomas. It's just a lot to that, okay? But I do teach a class as part of my Magick 401 course, Gnosticism and Gnosticism Magic or Gnostic Magic. That is the shit. It's some very powerful shit. Let me see, I had something to show y'all real quick. See if I can find it. Let's see. Damn, the damn introduction long as shit. Are you telling me that my highlights are gone? Yup. Early Wisdom Gospel. Damn it. I can't find it, y'all. I can't find it, but I will still read part of the introduction. Read along with me. This is from the Gnostic Bible. In the beginning was wisdom, Hokmah, Sophia, one of the earliest forms of exalted expression in the world of Mediterranean and Middle Eastern antiquity was wisdom. Wisdom can be both the product of experience and the gift of the gods. Wisdom is what the father teaches the son, the parent the child, the sage the student. Through wisdom and knowledge, people learn how to speak and act among family and friends and foes in social encounters, in the political arena, on the street. Through wisdom and knowledge, people learn about the world and the ways of the world and how to cope with it. Through wisdom and knowledge, people address the ultimate questions. Why do the wicked prosper? Why do the good suffer? What is the end of human life? Is this all there is? That is from the Gnostic Bible, edited by Willis Barnstone and Marvin Meyer. Gnostic texts of mystical wisdom from the ancient and medieval worlds. Okay? The Book of Abraxas is a Gnostic grimoire. Okay? It combines Egyptian and Gnostic literature, not just literature, but rituals and spells. The Book of Abraxas. Okay? Jupiter Ascending is about Gnosticism as well. Okay? For those of you who are so inclined to look further into it, Gnosticism. What's up, Sharon? I knew that because of him and Rod Hayes. The true Christ is a matriarch because she's also the Christ maker, hence melanated goddesses. Oh yeah, Rod Hayes. Rod Hayes, that's a good brother too, you know. But I wonder if Billy and Dark Lord still is occultism but I wonder if Billy and Dark Lord still is occultism and Billy is more scientific. I meant to say, would they actually be able to do that to those factors? I'm not following. Like I'm at a loss because I'm not sure what you're trying to say there. You went to Catholic school for years? That's what's up. The Gnostic mysteries. I promise it's still hard for me to believe that Azazel isn't living because he said on the Galactic Talk that he wasn't dying no time soon. That's why I said I didn't think he was done. You know, it really came as a shock to me, you know, with him passing that way. I still can't believe it. It's going on 2 or 3 years now. You know what I mean? What can I say? He left behind, though, a lot of stuff. I put some lectures of his on Patreon. But again, very few people, honestly, very few people are interested. They like the free shit. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Not coming down on anybody, but it is what it fucking is. I say all the time, you have to be on a certain frequency to understand Azazel Bay and the stuff that he's talking about. He throws people off because he talks about alien and galactic knowledge. Okay? Most people still think that we're the only ones here. Okay? When there's actually 9, count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 types of sentient beings on planet Earth. 9. Okay? Chew on that. I messed my response up, just trash it. Okay. Had a Brother Moore, when aren't you in a meeting? It'll be 3 years in September. Yeah. Around my birthday. Yep. But yeah, Gnosticism. For those of you who are truly seeking wisdom. Oh, also John Wick the third one. That's a Gnostic tale. Okay. Actually, Halle Berry's name in it is Sophia. Okay. They throw a lot in that one. It's shocking to me the first pages of the Pale Horse mentions we are already doomed to something like that because we don't honor the Sabbath. I haven't seen that book in a long time, my cherie. When I call myself following the Nation of Islam is when I last picked that book up, A Pale Horse. I believe I have it on PDF. I haven't picked it up in a long time. So I can't speak on it. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Empress KK? How are you? Okay, we got another thank you for his tribute, big time. Oh, absolutely. It was my pleasure. Right. It really was my pleasure. The man never got the due credit he was due. I'm a manager and this is still tax season in my profession, Philip. So you know we be busy. Oh, absolutely, man. I'll just be clowning. I get it. Make your money. Anyone trying to contact Azazel and Panic on the other side? That's something I heard through the years. Panic came to me in a dream not too long ago, charging me for some knowledge. Peace. Race on justice. I'm sorry. That's funny. It's funny to me for a particular reason too. Oh man, yes, it was a long time for me as well. It just sticks out for me because I was raised SDA, Seventh Day Adventist. Took me a second. All right. Another. Well, let's go look at it. Bobby. Let's go to Bobby. Oh.
Coming out of Egypt, because remember your Torah was written, what, 700 years after Moses. So these followers of Akhenaten, what they did is throwing people off based on Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. And what is throwing the people off is they historicalized sublime figures. So you got Osiris, but you also have Amun-Ra. Amun means hidden. Ra means sun, hidden sun. Amun-Ra. The hidden sun is basically your soul on the inside of you. You see, so Osiris is the hidden god and a mentor, the underworld. Then you get Brahma in India. You see, one of the same figures, Brahma in India. And then by the time you get to Hebrew, you get the word Abraham. Look at the word Abraham. Look at the word Amun-Ra. Look at the word Brahma. There's another word, Abraxas, Avalon. You'll find out that these particular Amun-Ra and stuff, you get Abraham, but the only thing about Abraham, which is the same thing that the priests knew, is they historicalized the person. So there was never no sons and daughters or no Abraham that existed as a human father that fathered the people of Israel. Israel, Isis, Ra, and El, Elohim, Al. The word Al is another word for Chaldean word for Horus, or Heru. You see what I'm saying? So we're talking about principles here. So Jacob, Isaac, Jacob's ladder is the backbone of Osiris, the Djed pillar. The Djed pillar is called Shed pillar. Jesus, so the Shed pillar is the Kundalini energy in the blood, or your blood vessels in the back of you. These particular blood vessels, if you rip your skin off, you'll see they got these blood vessels in the back of you. So, in one mythology, Moses' rod parts the Red Sea. Well, the Red Sea is the blood vessels in the back. And the Kundalini energy rises up and parts the Red Sea. Who didn't get a handout? You need one more? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get one.
Yeah, okay, so I got two left. And the rest, when they come, and the brother back there didn't get one. Yeah. You get one? Yeah. Okay. So, so the Kundalini energy rises up, and once the Kundalini rises up, you go to the higher level. So that's the Moses parting the Red Sea, the blood vessels rises, Kundalini energy, which is a fire at the base of your spine rising up. It's called the backbone of Osiris, the Djed pillar, or the Shed pillar. Jesus shed his blood. So you can have like the same recharge of the Kundalini rises on up. So the same thing as the whole Jacob's ladder thing. You see how these go? So we're talking about metaphysical, esoteric principles later on historicalized. So sublime mythology makes grotesque history. Most of your biblical, what's throwing you off is you're thinking these are historical things that happen to people. And they're mystical principles that are inside of the human experience in the human body, but they're mystical people of a people in the future. You see what I'm saying? Of a people in the future. And the concept here, we're talking about dealing with magic today, or dealing with going to higher powers, is all in your mind as far as you got the power. It's just like a person driving a gasoline truck. One person knows to deliver it somewhere, another person could be some person that's blind and just stole the truck and riding around with all this power and don't know what the fuck it is. You see what I'm saying? So the concept here is today is to break down just exactly in the principles of just exactly how to acquiesce this power, but based on also your mental abilities to just understand what you're dealing with in the world around you.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it there. This is one of Bobby's best. That's just a snippet. This is one of Bobby's best lectures, hands down. He speaks to the Nuwapians. Okay. Now, the brothers in the audience might irritate you because they kept interrupting him a lot. You know what I'm saying? But hands down, one of the best lectures Bobby ever gave. And it is on YouTube, the whole thing, the whole 5 hours. Let me go ahead and read y'all comments here. A lot of hitting, so start downloading. I need an Ascended Master altar space. Oh, okay. Japan. They're having Katrina and Masha having a whole conversation, but Japan. Japan is this was prophesized that certain races of people would start having a 0 birth rate and they would need to repopulate themselves. So I came across this clip. Check this out. This is throw you.
Literally calling for the so-called black man to come out there and help repopulate Japan. And to help with this incentive, they are paying $75,000 per baby in order to help repopulate Japan. Y'all, check this out.
Black men, Japan needs you. Japan is calling specifically for black men. I know you are saying why, Tasha. They say they need babies, and black men tend to make a lot of them. After South Korea proposed last week $75,000 per baby that a family has, Japan is in desperate need, okay? And they are calling all black men, specifically immigrants, to come and impregnate their women so that they can save their dying population.
Japanese are going extinct, and there's only one thing you can do to help us, and it is go out there and start producing with Japanese. Because we are going extinct, Japanese are getting rarer. I know this is not the best site that you're looking at, but it might be your last time that you're looking at real Japanese girl on TikTok. So yeah, come to Japan and help us, please.
So not only does Japan have an all-time low birth rate, but they're also getting weather anomalies back to back over there. So how are they having time to have children? But Japan is not the only one experiencing this. Remember, all of Europe, you know, South Korea, China, they are all experiencing this as well. And now this is what Japan is doing in order to help repopulate themselves.
All of this was prophesied, all of it. Great time to be alive, to be able to see all of this. But yeah, Japan. It's happening here too, but they just don't say it. I remember a time I was astral traveling a lot at night. I used to see Indian guru telling me shit like, word 3 a.m. is the magic hour for real. I love all his lectures. He'd be so patient with the interruptions, but he also gets a little sick of it too. He bridged a big gap between Malachi Z, your teachers, and the occult path. Excuse me. Nah, y'all fine. I mean, have your conversation. There's another part to this that I wanted to show y'all. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Here we go. I found it. There's another part to that same lecture.
When you conquer something, it's not talking about a physical fight. When you conquer something, you synthesize. So you say, I have conquered mathematics. You understand what I'm saying? Satan in the darkness is the ancient primordial realm that he doesn't know about because he hadn't gone through it. So it's seen as evil, prime evil. It's just those mysteries, or it's just those energies that are dormant that you don't know anything about it. When you conquer it, you become it or you synthesize it. So in so many words, what this is talking about, Old Testament, New Testament, old body, new body. The ancient priests, okay, now let's get this right. The ancient priests understood this thing as being not good and evil, but different formulas. Now, so to break this down, the ancient priests, you got your exoteric religions, and you have the esoteric spirituality. The exoteric Christianity is Christianity, you know, Jesus and on the cross and all that. The esoteric Christianity is Gnosticism. That's where it came from, because it came out of
Pay attention.
the Egyptians had this thing in Coptic Egypt. They even had a Jesus there. And the Romans took their stuff, made the New Testament out of these Gnostic texts, and then killed off the Gnostics. See, when the Gnostics said, hey, wait a minute, we got this Jesus, and there ain't no man walking around no damn Jerusalem or no Rome with no Herod and all that shit. It's talking about Horus and the end of this and all this, and they said, kill them motherfuckers off. You see what I'm saying? The esoteric Hebrew is the Torah, the laws of Moses, and all that lie. The exoteric is Kabbalah, the Kabbalistic system, the tree of life. The esoteric Islam is the Islam and Moses, and the angel spoke to Gabriel, but to Muhammad, and Muhammad was illiterate till the day he died. How the fuck you gonna get a Quran from a motherfucker that was illiterate till the day he died? Which was written by a Jew and all that. But Belial, actually, they say the slave, which actually wrote it. I'm on these planes, and they got this recycled air with these crackers. And so, every time I get off one, I have to, yeah, we got to.
So esoteric versus exoteric. Exoteric is what they give to the masses. Esoteric is the actual true science. You know what I'm saying? There's a question here. How in your days of knowledge gathering, not to say you are past this stage, but how did you deal with so many techniques and info while staying in a path of steady evolution? Oh, okay. I just kept going, man. Experimentation, patience, letting the spirits guide me, literally. Letting the spirits guide me, literally. Remember I said I didn't have an actual former teacher. I had to go dig and hunt and find these things and pray and, summon spirits to actually help me. You know what I mean? I didn't really get any formal training. I had to do it. That's why it's taken me so long. You know what I mean? So that was the reason for me starting the channel, is because if I could help somebody not go that way, because trust me, there were times I wanted to quit. If I could help somebody, then, I'll be glad to do that. But, that's how. I just keep going. And plus I read a whole lot. I study a whole lot. You know what I mean? I don't just talk about it. I actually do everything that I told y'all on this channel. I have done everything. Bobby was going in deep. Yeah, he was. And then, there's this post here by the teacher Alim Bey. I know y'all know who he is. And I was like, I've been looking for this. Check this out. The Jewish billionaires who plant them in the Black community, Ice Spice, who is Elliot Grange, Glorilla, John Janik, and Sexy Red, Ike Yusuf. This wasn't a coincidence. It's all by design. The rabbit hole is deep. But if you tell somebody this, if you explain this to most people, they don't believe you. You know what I'm saying? They don't believe. They are behind all of that shit. You know what I mean? And I had somebody actually say on a post, and post that particular post, and say everything ain't a conspiracy. Yes, motherfucker, it is. It really, really is. You go, if you dig deep enough, and you don't even have to go far, you will see the people who are behind all this shit. I didn't mean to get in my, riled up there, but See what I'm saying? It's crazy. It just shit is just crazy. What else? If you like anime, Blood of Zeus, season 2 is on Netflix. Excuse me, keep burping. I just said the same thing about the protests in schools, and yet people make fun of me and other people who try to tell people, look, there are people behind us. There are people who were behind the Black Lives Matter. There were people behind that. There were people who funded that. And they don't look like me. You see what I'm saying? It's melanated people are hard-headed. You know what I mean? I have totally checked out when it comes to melanated people. You know, whoever finds me finds. You know what I'm saying? I do have students, people who actually want to learn this particular science, but melanated people basically want entertainment. You know, I don't want to keep repeating myself on that tip. You know what I'm saying? But I have totally checked out trying to teach anybody anything, you know. Find a tribe that's on your frequency, because I have like, man, fuck these motherfuckers. FYM, fuck y'all motherfuckers. If y'all mean, if y'all ever know the movie, if you ever seen the movie Fear of a Black Hat. Maroon Beauty, what's going on? Yes, same thing about the protests. Portia said, yes, I'm watching it now. I love the show. I'm a huge anime fan. Yes, I'm watching Boruto right now. They don't believe you until some goofy like Charleston White start telling them. Right. Basically. Controlled opposition. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I've gotten to the point where I've gotten tired. I've got tired and I got put in Facebook jail all the time for posting information. Like, look, y'all, this is going on. This is going on. This is going on. They kept putting me in jail for it. Not literal jail, but Facebook jail. They kept trying to censor me, you know, and plus people wasn't listening. They wasn't getting, very few people paid attention. They wouldn't hit that like button, but let me post some retarded shit, some memes, which I always get a bunch of likes on that, a bunch of ha 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 on that. Melanated people like being entertained. So be it. Fuck them. Hate to sound that way, but I do see how Bobby, how Azazel, how both of them finally got to that point. They never said it, but you could tell. Azazel referred to them as knuckle draggers. You know what I mean? Bobby, he stopped being dark side. Dark side Bobby was a motherfucker. He really, really was. Matter of fact, here's one that you should see that is a very rare Bobby lecture. It's called Beyond the Shadow Zone.
In the Giants Revolt, and also you can read in Robert Graves' book, Robert Graves got Greek myths, Hebrew myths, which show a lot of this mythology being Hebrew was before it became a religion. He also has King Jesus showing that kind of stuff. They took some of this particular stuff and made it into religions. But in his Giants Revolt in Greek myths on page 261, he goes into Titan, which is the Titans. Titan in the beginning, the great mother, Titans that's defeated, and then Titan comes back, Typhon again comes back as the youngest son of Gaia. So we're talking about a futuristic son in the future, but it's also talking about this futuristic son. Typhon is talking about the great mother. You're talking about a form of melanin, that cosmic pre-primal world. You getting this stuff? So he comes back midway point and frightens these particular motherfuckers in heaven so bad until they run to Egypt and hide out and become animals, hide. But anyway, they subdue him with a lightning bolt, and he's trapped under Mount Etna, the deepest part of the earth, and the earthquakes is supposed to be this particular energy. All this is also mythology trying to explain this particular stuff on a higher level, but you're supposed to be advancing up until when you get to this level, this is how you have to explain things so it can flow a certain way. So the Typhonian power is also the Bobby power. The Bobby power is also the Leviathan. Leviathan is also Tiamat's power. So when you get the book Babylonian Genesis by Alexander Hadel, He'll show you all the time how she was transformed into a human being, but at the end he'll show you the connection with Tiamat and Leviathan in the Holy Bible. So all that's in the stuff, and all that is talking about this same damn power. More than mythical figures, really, it's talking about your soul and your nature. You getting this?
Yeah.
Even you go back and get your King Arthur, because also King Arthur is called Ortherus, which is a form of Sirius in Greek myths and also the Sirius mystery. So your King Arthur, which is also Osiris, which you get the Excalibur and all that. That's why Merlin came on not too long ago and all that kind of thing. Merlin represents the Moor and all, and Tahuti. And also Arthur represents Osiris that ends up dying, but Parzival comes and get the Grail, which represents Horus. Also Hamlet. Hamlet is Heru. Do you know in some of the Heru drama, when Osiris dies, Osiris comes to Horus as a ghost or a spirit and tells him that he has to defeat his uncle? Well, that same story is the Hamlet thing with Mel Gibson and created again recently with Kenneth Branagh. That's the horror story written by Shakespeare. So you know if a motherfucker like Shakespeare to write that and Othello, which is also a version of the Samson story, and write all that shit and tampering with the Bible, motherfucker was a dangerous person. You see what I'm saying? That's why he is the quintessential author of literature for white people. That is their Tahuti. The Greeks transferred all these ancient myths into European doggone structure of literature. You get it? Now.
Ha! So shall it be, it shall be done. Bobby said it. Y'all heard what he said. They turned all these ancient myths, or not myths, mythologies, and made them for Europeans. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I spoke on that before, but Bobby said a mouthful there. All right, so let me catch up with y'all. I appreciate the advice also, Magick. Oh, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with your passion for the occult. We were taught that this path isn't for everyone, hence bots included. Yeah, it's my path, but it's not everybody's path, so it is what it is. Blood of Zeus, I rock with that. That is a damn good series. I had to have surgery because I caught a staph infection a couple years ago, and I was watching that in the hospital. I gotta watch Boruto. I hear Blood of Zeus is fire. It is. You in YouTube jail now, or you can definitely tell with Bobby, with Azariah. I didn't see the change as much. You gotta catch certain things that he says. I think the last live I did last week, he had said, that's you can't reach everybody. You don't worry about them either. You see what I'm saying? Caribbean Grimoire, the Bible is deep, but definitely read the Gnostics, which is the Bible's origin, as well as Hindu and Egyptian texts and pantheons. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's going in deep. It'll help you understand the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Boruto is good as well. On an esoteric level, the Bible speaks about the Kundalini and code and chakra work. Doing that for a while, there's so much. Okay. All right. Let's see. I think I got another clip that I wanted to show y'all. I got a lot of footage, y'all, that I still ain't shown y'all like I wanted to. Let's see here. I'm trying to see. I'm sure I had other stuff to show y'all. While I'm looking, so I know I got some other stuff to show y'all. Give me some questions if you got any. Gnostic Bible here. What else did I have? Mysteries of Love and Sex. That's another one I wanted to show y'all. For some reason, it's not here. Give me a second, y'all. Just it. I found it.
Understand that we are at twilight period of the end times.
The twilight period of the end times. Now, I don't know when this particular lecture was done. Melanin Mommy, what's going on? 510. Had to catch up. What's up? Mind you, I'm still fairly new. I learned about you and Azariah at the same time, Dan, there, so I'm catching up on a lot of his mannerisms. Oh yeah, I mean, but keep in mind he's a Virgo, so he's not gonna make it so obvious. But I can believe it. A lot of people get jaded. Heck, I get jaded when I came into this knowledge calling folks slow. Yeah. That's painful that you can't reach those you love. You know, I've tried, especially the past couple of years. I've really, really tried. But my family, honestly, they kind of thought, they always thought I was out there. You know what I mean? That weird, you know what I'm saying? They never actually said it, but I mean, come on, now, you know your family members and how they feel towards you for real, you know. It is what it is. The Archons, what about them? I think I don't speak too much about the Archons, but I think Anu Osari, he speaks about them a lot. I have no opinions on that. My opinions kind of differ from other people. You know, not saying anything's wrong with what he says, but you might want to ask him that question. Are calling on spiritual guides from the New Avatar book another way to work with servitude, or are those just higher entities that help us evolve? The spiritual guides from the New Avatar book, those are angels. Those are actually angels that you're calling on. That is the Kabbalistic system trimmed all the way down to its bare essentials. You know what I mean? It is an excellent system to work with, especially if you're just starting out. It is an excellent system to work, and it should work for anybody. You know, I have constantly told people to get that. If you're interested in working with angels, because angels' energy different from demon energy. Demon energy is unpredictable. It's aggressive. You know, with the angels, it's light. That's the best way I can put it. But New Avatar Power came out in the 70s, is an excellent, excellent book. That's a good question. Yeah. Servitors. No, those are not servitors. Those are not servitors. Servitors are something you create. You know what I mean? You create a servitor. You can create an artificial spirit. Okay, that's what a servitor is. Those are not servitors in New Avatar Power. Those are actual angels. You can find those angels in the Kabbalistic system. Okay? That's a good question. Good point. Servitors is an artificial spirit that you actually put your own energy in and make it work for you. I printed that book out. Yeah, I think I did too. Yeah, I did. I did. When I couldn't find it. When I was looking for it and I heard about it, I couldn't find it. When I found it was in PDF form. I like to have physical books, so I printed that book out. You'd be surprised at the books I have here that I had to print out, like Kenneth Grant books. I had to print them out. Like Bobby said, you black sheeps of the families realize that you are a star child amongst many of your star children. Absolutely. You're absolutely correct. That's why that shit don't bother me. It's never bothered me. I've always been me. You know what I mean? With my weirdness, I've always loved nature. I've always loved cats. I've always loved reading. You know, I like intelligent conversations. I don't believe in dogging women out just because. I've always been me. You know what I mean? And so I got looked at weird. I really don't care at this age. I never cared. And I didn't know if they were angels or not. So is Nikita an angel now since he asked that question? Because I recall them being one of the entities mentioned. Nikita is an angel of wealth. Yeah, there's a difference between a deity, a spirit, an angel, a demon, a deity, and a servitor. There's a big difference. Okay? Spirits and demons, those are sentient beings. They have their own consciousness. Servitors don't. They're artificially made. They're made for one purpose. They're a lot of fun to work with, but they're made for one purpose. Natika is an actual angel, an angel of wealth. That's what people call on him, her, for. I think it's a her. Natika. I think it's a her. I'm not sure. Geoff Gray Cobb, his daughter's still doing classes. Yeah, she sure is. Yup. I'm having a very strong resonance with the Celestine / angelic magic. Most people like to start there. They like to start with, because like I said, demons are unpredictable. I've always been drawn to the dark side. I work with demons mostly. Me too, Portia. I've always been drawn to that. You know, it's not for everybody. And some demons actually do. This isn't spookism, by the way. It's not spookism. It really isn't. This is ancient fucking science, whether you want to believe it or not. Okay, this is not spookism. All right, some of these deities did exist, some of them didn't. It's up to you what you want to believe and what your level is. I used to sell it. I sold a lot of books because they weren't in print. Hey, I would have did the same thing. Angels are my go-to as well. Yeah. The Olympic spirits, this sigils reference angels and demons. Is that right? Do you have to work both the angels and demons associated with the Olympic entity? Do you have to work both the angels and demons associated with the Olympic entity? Olympic spirits are spirits of the planets. Okay, before you go working with those, let me tell you, I made the mistake of working with one of them before. Their energy is very dense. It's very heavy. Very. Okay, you might not be prepared for that. Maybe you are. You know what I mean? But this is why I always say build up your spiritual stamina before you start working with all these different kinds of deities and entities. Okay, one more time. This isn't spookism. Okay, my opinion. They exist within. You have all of the qualities of these spirits, these demons, these entities within you, but they also are without. Okay, it's both. Both can be true at the same time. Still not spookism. It is what it is. And every time I have actually called on any deity, they have shown up in dreams, vivid dreams. You know what I mean? Nobody can tell me anything different. The reason I'm repeating that is because I saw something recently about, you know, all this is whatever you want to believe, whatever. The only way that you're going to find this out is if you experiment with it. And see and journal your experiences. I remember first coming into knowledge, I was told we have guardian demons in polarity with us having a holy guardian angels. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Guardian demons, I never heard that, but holy guardian angels, yes. your higher self, so to speak. Yup, that's right. I already know. Preach. Do you think the angels could be part of the collective unconscious because they are so ancient? That is an excellent question. That is an excellent question. Leave it to Brother Caribbean Grimoire to ask such a good question. Maybe. I don't know. But like I said, some angels did exist. Okay? There's a whole encyclopedia of angels. All right? These ancient lands, these ancient peoples didn't just believe in spookism. You know what I mean? They had some kind of knowledge. Think about it. They had civilizations that far surpass this, what we see now. Okay? Far surpass it. Obviously, they knew something. You know what I mean? The Goetia was said to have helped King Solomon build his mighty temples. You know what I mean? One more time. It's not spookism. Okay? If you dig far and long enough, you will come to find out where these origins come from. Now, see, it's not just, don't take my word for anything. I usually give sources. I gave you a few sources. You have to do your own research. I can't do the research for you. Nor will I expect you to believe just anything that I say. Do your own research. I don't just, talk about Azazel Bay. I have researched his work. I have researched Bobby's work. And Bobby gives plenty of sources. You know what I mean? I've done the homework. So I can speak confidently about all of this. Not spookism. Okay? When you get down to it, it's not spookism. Should you research and develop a relationship with these angels the same as deities before working with them? It depends. If you're talking about like the Loa or the voodoo spirits or the ATRs, then yeah. But angels, maybe. You might want to do that. It's not always necessary, but again, this depends on your personal spiritual level. Okay? What can you really handle? It's a good idea. Trust me. It's a good idea. It's always a good idea to develop a working relationship with any spirit, with any deity. You stay steadfast in doing that, you'd be surprised how they respond. Great question. Y'all coming with some great questions. Isn't Elohim or Anu considered to be fallen angels? I forgot because I had this mentioned recently too. Elohim or Anu? Fallen angels? Anu was actually a god of the Sumerian pantheon. But I don't know Elohim. Is that supposed to be Elohim? I'm not sure how that's. They will almost have to be, especially when you remember that angels of light are the same as angels of light. The ones from the new Avatar book. Evoking Eternity. Great book. It is. Now, forget about him being in jail and selling drugs or being on drugs. Forget all that. Evoking Eternity is a great book. Thank you, Caribbean Grimoire, for the assist. That is one of the books that I used when I started fucking with Dark Side Magic. When I started messing with ATRs and these other kinds of spirits from like the Clip-Off and the Necronomicon, Evoking Eternity was my go-to. Okay? Great book. E.A. Coetti. Look, we got you spitting that fire, fam. Love when we get in a cult bag heavy. Absolutely, sir. That's what I'm here for. I thought you meant Elohim. Yeah. That's what I thought you meant. Elohim, yeah, that's the fallen angels. Did you ever come across the primordial demons that have been said to have their own legions of angels at their command outside of this realm in your studies? Yes. when we talk about primordial, there are certain groups of people who can't. Okay, let me explain this again. Because our lineage goes back millions of years, literally millions of years, we can fuck with ancient stuff. It comes from that time period. If you're only here 6,000 years, you can't fuck with a million-year-old deity. It's too chthonic and shit will happen to you. I've seen it happen. Now, this is not my opinion. You know what I mean? What was the question? Primordial demons, yeah. Think about Pazuzu. Pazuzu is a primordial demon. That's a million-year-old deity. Okay, demon storm of the wind. All right. He was showcased in the movie The Exorcist. All right, The Exorcist. Okay. Just think about that one. Are you typing too fast? Cool. You're good. You good. Again, one more time. That depends on your particular level. If you fucking with primordial demons. Remember, I said some people can't handle the energy. The energy might be too chthonic for you. All right, just be careful. I mean, know what you can handle. All right. These are primordial. These are primordial demons from the Shadow Terror. This is from the Tunnels of Set, Kenneth Grant's book, Night Side of Eden. All right. I told you I was fucking with one of these. I think it might have been that one, and Proteus. I was fucking with one of these demons, and I was on the edge. I was literally in space somewhere at the edge of a universe. That shit was vivid. I'm not making it up. I'm not exaggerating. I was fucking in a different world. You know what I'm saying? When you mess with primordial demons and deities, shit like that happens. Okay? But you got to be aware that your astral body needs to be able to handle all of that. Zuzu is the motherfucking truth in Leviathan. Exactly, Portia. A million-year-old demon. Well, yeah. Yeah. I said it, yeah. Yeah, I'm probably exaggerating the time, but Pazuzu's real old. Real old. Millions of years? All right, so I'm not going to retract that statement just yet. I'm going to actually research that more. I'm going off my memory right now. Portals. Yes, portals. That's it, my chérie. My chérie. Portals. Chaos in the time before time. There you go. Peace, Bobby L. What prepares your astral body? Rituals. Rituals and messing with the spirits and ascension. The more you grow, the more you evolve, prepares your astral body. Y'all come in with some really good questions. I wasn't prepared, but I'm glad y'all asked them. You know what I mean? I don't mind answering questions like this at all. Oh, but I see I'm past my time. Peace, gotta start my drive. Great bill. Great bill. Thank you. Another great question. That is another great question. The more that you mess with magic and rituals and spells and incantations and prayers, the more that you get into that magical life, the stronger your astral body becomes. Meditation, binaural beats, isochronic tones, all of that adds up. See what I'm saying? All of that adds up. All right. As much as I've enjoyed this conversation, my time has gone over. All right. I want to thank y'all for joining me today. Thank you for the great questions. This is the kind of build that I love to have. You know, y'all are my soul tribe. For real, for real. I'm going to get on out of here and enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your week. I'll see y'all here next Tuesday, probably. I am the one and only, the mystical, magical, sorceress, hilarious, Dora pausing, the diabolical Magick LaCroix. I'll see y'all next time. As I greet you in peace. Namaste. Peace, y'all. Have a good one.